Hey, what's up, man? What you doing?
You know what I'm doing? I'm just Snyder cutting.
Yeah.
It's not a cut.
Hold on, man. Somebody on the line.
Snyder cut.
I got somebody else on the line.
Yeah.
Hello?
What's up, bro?
Snyder cut!
Snyder cut!
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut.
Hey, yo, guys, hold up. My mom's calling, all right?
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut.
Snyder cut! March the 18th, hallelujah.
All right. Snyder cut.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know. I don't know the rest. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Fatal J Show. The reason why I'm here, the reason why you here is because I was too lazy to make a freaking video. Also, the reason why I'm doing this stream is to see if I finally fix my internet problem. Because you know I've been a cheap person. And when it comes to laggage and glitching, I was the king, I have to admit. So I'm trying to see in this stream if I'm glitching. From the look of it, I'm not glitching. So far, so smooth. But tonight, we're about to go in, man. James Gunn. There was a lot of dope news came out. But James Gunn told SnyderVerse fans, I'm a SnyderVerse fan. Look here, boys and girls. Zack Snyder has not even been talking about the SnyderVerse. We ain't talking about putting SnyderVerse on Netflix. You know what I mean? We're going to check out the articles right here, and we're going to see how much of an impact that it have on everybody out there. Now, you know, there's going to be some people out there who flip it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they do. That's how they get their clickage. But I'm supposed to give you guys the real. Now, you might be saying, Fatal J, you used to be the biggest SnyderVerse fan known to man. I still am. But I understand how it goes in the movie world. I understand billions is on the line. Millions is on the line. And truth be told, when it comes to BVS, when it comes to Man of Steel, even though those numbers were 800 million, even though they did big numbers to us, I did research into it. Those numbers was huge, but those movies still flopped because of the marketing and what went on. It just wasn't a hit out there. And that's why Walter Hamada switched up. Now, I believe Walter Hamada messed up bad. Of course he messed up bad. Trying to focus on Solo's film. He should have kept it connected. He should have let Zack finish that 5-movie arc. And we could have seen some growth. But we must get into it, man. Let me shout out some people up in here real quick. Thank y'all for coming out to the Fatal J Show. We got Darth Raven up in here. What up, sir? We have my friend up here, Keely Chow. Keely Chow, what up, my friend? We must get into it. We about to get busy. Snyder cut. Yeah. All right, this is what we're going to do right here. We must get into it. This right here, this is one of the topics. James Gunn said Zack Snyder has not spoken about the SnyderVerse. We're going to check this article out right here. Yes, we are. Now, it's been a long time since I streamed, so please excuse me if I am a boomer, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Let's check this out right here, though, from your boy Fatal J. Oh, this is the wrong freaking article. Oh, man. I'm starting off on a bad note, I must admit. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's check it out right here. Here you go. Boom. Let me switch up my background real quick because my background is too dark and it's too scary out here in these streets. Let me switch it up a little bit, man. Let me lighten it up a little bit, you know? Okay, that'll work right there. Now, this is what it says right here. It says, nothing is canon until Creature Commandos next year. A sort of hypothesis to the DCU. I don't know what that word means. I know that's smart people words. Fatal J doesn't do smart people words, ladies and gentlemen. So to me, that's out of party. I don't know what that word means. I'm going to call it out of party. A sort of out of party to the DCU. And then a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy after that. It's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time. But I think it's okay to be confused on what's happening in the DCU, since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet. James Gunn is absolutely right. It's so much mother freaking speculation out there that people don't know what the freak they talking about except the man himself, James Gunn. Now, you might be saying, Fatal J, when have you become an advocate of this man, James Gunn? I'm not an advocate of James Gunn. James Gunn has done wrong things that I don't condone. But I will admit, this man make great films. Now, when I say he's done things I don't condone, he did jokes that I didn't like. Now, if it turned out, this is not proven, if this man really do fool with the little ones, I'm done with him. But before now, maybe he's just a sick-minded man that never did these things. But I can understand this. This man can make great films. The greatest, now I ain't going to say the greatest, well, the best film that came out this year so far is Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Let's continue with this right here. So James Gunn was answering to this person right here, flipped the USB twice. He said, you said DC Studios movies and canon start with Superman Legacy. I and many others are still confused. Are the returning actors playing new versions of the same characters? Is this a J.K. Simmons and J. Jonah situation? He spoke on that. Creature Commandos is first, which comes next year. Then in 2025, Superman Legacy, that hard-hitting nuclear bomb. I'm talking about a nuclear bomb like when I sit on the toilet and I just finished eating some tacos and McDonald's put together Taco Bell up in here. That's how a nuclear bomb he gonna drop on the world on 2025. See, James Gunn got so many haters. Then he got people talking about his film that this movie can't help but to be big because people talking about it too much. And I don't understand why I'm doing my hands like this, but it feels real good. Let's continue. So, James Gunn says this. He said, and yes, some actors will be playing characters they played in other stories. And some plot points might be consistent. Hold on, man. I'm spitting all this spitting. And I might not have my sound good. Okay, my sound is good. My camera's good. Okay, let me go back to spitting. James Gunn said this. And yes, some actors will be playing characters they played in other stories. And some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films and shows and animated projects that have come from DC in the past. Interesting. But nothing is canon until Creature Commando and Legacy. Notice, so far he haven't said nothing about Wonder Woman Gal Gadot. Now, rumors came out by the Toasted guy or whatever them guys' names. Them two guys that just came out of nowhere and started predicting all this stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of leery about them two guys. And it's kind of funny that on the internet, people can take word from guys that just came out of nowhere. You don't know their track record or nothing. I mean, it could be literally two beer belly, mayonnaise smelling, tidy whities, Dookie Street wearing, dirty socks wearing, going bald, but got the ponytail in the back type of guys, man, in their mama basement. So I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But let's continue. We got this woman named Shay. Now, she was coming at James Gunn. Check this out. She posted this about James Gunn and what he said. Let's check this out. This is
question for you, sir. Is would you be overjoyed if your stories were able to
Stories were
continue
able to continue
in any form, even
in
if
any
it
form,
was on a
even
third
if it was
party,
on a third party
outside of
Warner Brothers Discovery. This is the people behind the sale SnyderVerse to Netflix. This is what James Gunn says.
Obviously, I've not put a small amount of effort into the into this.
And James Gunn is pretty much dancing around the question.
You know, we have done.
I can pretty much sum it up. Zack Snyder is dancing around the question because I know what Zack Snyder is thinking. These guys are so delusional. They don't want to believe this, but Zack Snyder is focused on his own IP, which is Rebel Moon, where he's going to make thrice as much money. He's going to make money off this IP, off merch. He's going to make millions more than if he did Justice League. Justice League was stressful for him. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, he gained a whole following, a gigantic following. You know what I'm saying? But that following came because, and this is just my opinion, I believe the following came because Zack Snyder put a smart marketing move to where he was hopping on a lot of just regular people live streams, you know? And it was a dope time, man. You had celebrities shouting out people. Ray Fisher, he even shouted your boy Fatal J out. And it was just a dope time before the Snyder Cut dropped. And I believe you got some guys out there, some people out there that want to relive that moment where Zack Snyder hop on their live streams and, you know, they feel real good about themselves, man. Zack Snyder made a lot of people, and I don't want to say nobodies because ain't nobody a nobody, but a lot of regular folk who would have never in a million years had a big time director be on their live streams and chatting up with them. A lot of people just can't shake that. You know, they can't get rid of that. So that's why I believe the sale of SnyderVerse thing is really popping off. Now, I'm going to be realistic with you. The sale of the SnyderVerse thing, it sounds wonderful on paper. But if you understand business, if you understand millions involved, if you understand casting, see, this is what I never did understand about sale SnyderVerse. I really don't get it. Let me blow myself up before I really get into it. This is what I really didn't get about sale SnyderVerse. The whole thing with a lot of sale SnyderVerse people out there, their thing was to boycott the individual Justice League members' movies just so they can get the SnyderVerse back. So just check it out. Black Adam had Henry Cavill in it. The sale of SnyderVerse crew said, and I'm not shooting darts at anybody. I'm just looking from each side. The sale of SnyderVerse crew said this. They said, boycott Black Adam, which had Henry Cavill in it, and the movie tanked. So what they told Warner was they don't want Henry Cavill as Superman no more. Okay? Job well done. You boycotted Black Adam. Now you won't see Black Adam. You won't see Henry Cavill anymore. Let's go to Flash. Boycott the Flash. They call it the Flush movie. Ezra Miller, who was a part of the Justice League. The movie tanked. The movie tanked so bad, they calling it one of the worst comic book movies of all time in the box office. That movie tanked. Congratulations. Boycott work. You won't see Ezra Miller no more as the Flash. Wonder Woman 84 tanked. They said boycott Wonder Woman 84. Gal Gadot is one of the members of the Justice League. It tanked. It bricked. You won't see her anymore as 3 Justice League members from Zack Snyder. Okay? Now, the next movie that's coming up is Aquaman. They're talking about boycott Aquaman. Now, Jason Momoa has been nothing but dope. Jason Momoa has been that guy. He was actually the first person to say that there was a Snyder Cut. He actually said that. Let's see what people are saying. The sale movement are delusional individuals, but they're entitled to be. What up, Prime? Nope, the movie needs to stand on its own if it's going to make big money. Yes, sir. Rebel Moon is Snyder's focus, and that's a franchise that Netflix is totally backing. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. Thank y'all for coming out. Keep smashing that like button. Okay, now Aquaman is supposed to come out. Aquaman is supposed to come out. They're talking about boycott Aquaman. If Aquaman brick, we're not going to see Jason Momoa anymore. Now, we're thinking that James Gunn is going to make Jason Momoa Lobo, which is a great move. If he does that, how would that work? Now, check this out. You boycotted Henry Cavill, Superman. You boycotted Ezra Miller. You boycotted Gal Gadot, and you're about to boycott Aquaman. So these movies tanked. But you're expecting for Warner Brothers to give them back multi-million-dollar deals that they lost with the individual movies so they can go to Netflix? It just doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense. So let's see what James Gunn had to say about Zack Snyder today. Bars. I ain't even mean to do that, but I did it naturally. Let's check it out right here. Let's check it out. So this is what James Gunn had to say to the lady who posted about Zack Snyder being open to doing the Justice League on another platform. Of course, he's going to say yes. This is fan service out here. But the thing about it, a lot of people was feeling salty about was this was about ASFP, raising money for suicide prevention. And it wasn't really about the SnyderVerse. It was just about Zack Snyder films and enjoying his films in the past. And Zack Snyder was even telling them the SnyderVerse trilogy. He trying to let you know. So let's continue. This is what James Gunn had to say. James Gunn, I would think it was obvious that I meant Zack hadn't expressed any interest to me in our discussions. So you can quit spamming this on every single post. You pissing off the head of DC. James Gunn is not going anywhere anytime soon. They believe in this man. David Zaslav, Warner Brothers Discovery, the man. He believes in James Gunn. James Gunn is not going nowhere. They're not selling nothing. I'm going to read it again for the people out there. I would think it was obvious that I meant Zack hadn't expressed any interest to me in our discussions. So you can quit spamming this on every single post. So James Gunn is on Twitter all the time. He on social media all the time. I'm not big on threads. I like Twitter better. But James Gunn see this. And just looking at this, so you can quit spamming this on every single post. He's sick of it. So I'm thinking in this man's mind, and I can't speak for this man, but this is what I'm thinking. He fits to just do a clean slate. He still haven't said nothing about Gal Gadot. So DCU updates. Okay, that was it with James Gunn. I thought that was enough, but yeah, that's pretty much in a nutshell. James Gunn said, stop spamming me with this. This man said discussions. So him and Zack Snyder been talking. I'm going to say that again for the people not listening. Discussions. Plural. For the people who didn't go to school. I listened a little bit in school. But he said discussions. So him and Zack Snyder been talking. Now, it'll really blow your mind if after Rebel Moon is said and done, and James Gunn asks Zack to just do a solo DC film, like a Green Lantern or something along those lines. That will really blow people's mind, and they'll be pissed off. But, man, you have to let it go, man. Just enjoy what we have. And that's where I'm at. Yeah, I want to see Justice League 2 and 3. But at this point, it's impossible. That's why I'm on this animate the SnyderVerse. It's the only thing that makes sense. Get an animation company and let them go hard on it, man. Teen Titans prove that can be done and it can be something dope. They proved that. You know what I mean? Let's see what everybody's saying. We got some people up in here. Appreciate y'all for coming out. Fisher Cyborg had potential. I wish he had gotten a solo flick. But this is the thing about Ray Fisher. Ray Fisher put his foot in his own mouth, accusing these dudes, and they might have, but they did the investigation with Ray Fisher where he was accusing these people. This was around the Black Lives Matter movement. And Ray Fisher was going hard on these dudes. The investigation found nothing. So what it made it look like was Ray Fisher was all in his feelings. This is coming from a guy who got shouted out by Ray Fisher. But I think Ray Fisher killed any chance of him returning. They don't want Ray Fisher. So check this out. This is what happened. I'll give y'all a quick rundown. Ray Fisher is definitely out. Ezra Miller is out because y'all made him tank. Henry Cavill is out because y'all made him tank. Gal Gadot is out because you made her tank. That movie was trash, Joe. Black Adam was dope. Flash was trash. And Aquaman is coming up. And with these 4 out, Ben is definitely out. Ben talking about the Flash was the greatest he ever did in Batman. I didn't even realize that might have been a diss. He said, this is the best I ever done Batman. No, it wasn't, sir. The best you ever done Batman was BVS. Period, point blank. So the only last man standing is Aquaman, Jason Momoa. And he not strong enough to do it on his own. See what Prime said. Aquaman 2 will flop. I don't want it to, but it will. The DCU will close on a bad note. Yes, it will. Hashtag Apple Turd, most definitely. Shout out Becky. What up, Becky? We got RC Scott up in here. What up, my friend? Glad you're here. We got Sean Franklin. Had you played Mortal Kombat 1? No, but I saw Conjure that just came out, the redone one. I got to get on there, and I'm supposed to start doing some Fatal J gaming on here since my internet is on point. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not glitching. I'm supposed to go hard with the streaming now. Pause. Thank y'all for coming out. Continue smashing that like button. Man, y'all want me to take off my shirt and do a little dance? You see these 6-packs, 8-packs come out. You gonna really just lose your mind. I ain't gonna even do you like that. Laugh out loud. Listen a little bit in school. I listen a little bit in school. I'm a tad bit smart. We just go to the next topic, though. Let's go to the next topic. The next topic right here. This is what we're gonna have to talk about. This right here. These DCEU actors, characters will return for the DCU. This is what James Gunn had to say. Let's speak on it. A lot of people felt salty about this, but I knew it was coming. Let's check it out right here. Let's check this article out. It says right here in this article, James Gunn says the following actors will return in the DCU. We got John Cena as Peacemaker. We got Viola Davis as Amanda Waller. And we got Cholo Maradona as Blue Beetle. I butchered his name. Yes, I know. He didn't indicate if this was a full list of actors returning. Let's see if they got so many quotes in here. I don't see any quotes. But now I thought this was pretty funny because news came out from the toast guy, that guy that's bald and still got the ponytail in the back, but bald at the top, wearing the boo-boo stained tighty whities with his socks on, smelling like mayonnaise, and living in his grandma's basement. He said that we're going to get Wonder Woman back, but James Gunn didn't mention these. Now, when you look at John Cena Peacemaker, I knew this was coming back because James Gunn was proud of this work. I went back and watched this show. The first time I watched it through SnyderVerse Cold Eyes. I went back and watched it again. The show was pretty entertaining. James Gunn felt proud of this. This is his first piece of DCEU work that people clung on to. And I can pretty much bet if John Cena is returning, we're going to get Harley Quinn from the Justice League from Suicide Squad back. We're going to see her come back, especially with her killing it with Barbie. Barbie is another movie that came out under Warner, which blew the top off and everybody is impressed with. So seeing John Cena return, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Viola, of course, she's coming back. He said this before that she was coming back. I think Viola, Amanda Wallace, she's going to be like the Nick Fury that connects everybody, which she does that in the comic books too. So James Gunn is really looking at the comic books, and he's really trying to give people what they want, what they've been asking. Of course, people are going to backlash because when it comes to something new, people always backlash. Believe it or not, people also backlash when it came to Zack Snyder. Right before he did Justice League, it was petitions out there for him to not do it. They didn't want him to. Now, all of a sudden, everybody loved him. I always thought he was dope, though. And, of course, we got my boy Zolo coming back for Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was a dope movie. I don't feel like it was big on an epic scale, but it was dope indeed. I had a good time with it. I knew it was going to bomb. I told everybody it was going to bomb. Everybody was talking about, oh, but what about the Mexican community? They're going to show up and they're going to go crazy. They're going to go crazy, man. They're going to be going crazy up in that joint. It's going to do $1 billion. No, it's not. Can you shut up for once? Just shut up. You're lying to yourself. It's no way. You want to know why? Because Oh, I thought I froze for a second. I thought I was moving slow. Look like I'm moving slow. Look like I'm am I moving slow? Okay, no, I'm not moving slow. I'm moving pretty good. But I knew the Hispanic community was not going to show up because this is the thing about it. They don't know that character. The Blue Beetle character is not an A-list character in DC Comics. He's not a B-list. He's more of a C-list character. Now, hardcore fans love him. They think he's absolutely dope. They think he's fire. Okay, I am freezing. I'm freezing, ain't I? Okay, this is what I'm going to do because I know what to do now. I'm going to unplug and I'm going to come right back. I'm going to come right back. I promise you guys, I'm going to come back. I know what to do now. All right, I'm back. I should be good now. It happens from time to time. You know what I mean? Prime said Blue Beetle will get his money from physical sales in digital. Yeah. That's the thing about digital. Black Adam, I think it made his money back digital as well. Matter of fact, Black Adam is one of the biggest movies when it comes to digital. So it made his money back. I would have loved to see that Black Adam and Henry Cavill in this movie, man. To be honest, that would have been dope. Somebody said Abu Nas internet. Becky said Abu Nas internet. Abu Nas broke the internet. What up, my friend? Oh, new people. Sean, is Barbie better than Blue Beetle? I need to see Barbie. My wife was watching that joint, and I told her I wanted to see it. Wait for streaming if you have Max. A fun watch, nothing special, but some good character work. David Quintana, what's up? We are just picky as everyone else. Oh, I got a super chat. Thank you so much, Mike Had Bad Knees. I missed this. I'm sorry, my friend. This is what I'm going to do. Since I missed this, I got to blow you up in the right way. Here you go, my friend. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Mike Has Bad Needs. He said, chipping in for better internet. I got better internet. I think I had too much stuff running at once, you know? I think everything is okay now. I'm trying to flex tonight. I had a lot of stuff running, knowing that the internet could break down any moment. So thank you so much, Mike Had Bad Knees. Thank you so much, my friend. Always supporting the Fatal J Show and the Dark Council Show. And the Dark Council will return next Wednesday. Prime said Blue Beetle is better than Barbie. Barbie is a feminist movie. Dang. Are you excited? Wonder Woman video game? I probably won't play it. This is the thing about video games. It's just like snorting a line of that heroin. It's just like snorting cocaine or hitting that fresh pipe of crack. I can't do it. These video games are too fun and they too addicting. Let me tell you why it's too addicting, because it's just like hitting that crack pipe. I don't know nothing about hitting crack, but I'm just saying. You tell yourself, I'm supposed to quit smoking this pipe, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to still do it. I'm going to quit next week. Okay, let's translate that to video games. It's 6 o'clock at night. I'm going to get off at 9 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. When you realize time have hit reality again. Then what you do is just one more hour. That's just like hitting that crack pipe. That's like wrapping your lips around that crack pipe and hitting that baby until you feel pretty fine and divine. I don't know nothing about crack, though. I promise you I don't know nothing about crack. I don't know nothing about crack. I promise you. Superman game will be better. I think a Superman game will be dope as well. But you got to get it right. See, this is the thing about Superman. You can't touch it unless you do it right, or it's going to look absolutely terrible. Now, if y'all been watching the Fatal J channel, I've been reacting to Man of Steel again, and man, that movie was a masterpiece. Zack Snyder did it. Why did he get hate for that? Movie was fantastic. Yes, it got flaws, but it was fantastic. All right, let's look at this last article right here. Let's look at this last bit of news. I wasn't planning on going so hard, so long. Pause. But let's check this out right here. It says, James Gunn says everything before Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy is non-canon. Was that a dart at the SnyderVerse in DCEU? Or was it James Gunn saying I'm supposed to recast everybody? Or soft reboot? Let's read it again. James Gunn says everything before Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy is non-canon. Man of Steel is non-canon. BVS is non-canon. Zack Snyder's Justice League, non-canon. Josh Whedon, Justice League is non-canon. But this leads me to believe this. Is Peacemaker is non-canon? Is Suicide Squad with Harley Quinn and Idris Elba, is that non-canon as well? Chat, you let me know what you think. Is that non-canon as well? And we about to read this article. Let's check out this article right here. James Gunn clarifies that everything before Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy is non-canon. Some actors will be playing characters. Some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of past DC projects. So let's check this out right here. Let's check this out right here. It says right here from James Gunn. James Gunn says this. He said nothing is canon until Creature Commandos next year. Oh, I already read this. I read this already. Oh, this is at the bottom. Okay. He said, and yes, some actors will be playing characters they played in other stories, and with some plot points might be consistent with plot points from a dozen of films, shows, and animated shows that have come from DC in the past. But nothing is canon until CC and Legacy. Creature Commandos and Legacy. I read that again for the reading impaired, and that means me. And yes, some actors will be playing characters they play in other stories. And some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films, shows, and animated projects that have come from DC in the past. But nothing is canon until CC and Legacy. That kind of blows my mind what he just said. Some actors will be playing characters they play in other stories. So it could mean that Gal Gadot is returning. And some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozens of films, shows, and animated projects that have come. This is confusing as freak. He should just freaking recast. He should just recast everything and just reboot. I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't get that. That kind of threw me off right there. He probably also lied about not. Probably so. James Gunn lied twice. Ezra Miller might stay after Flash and Blue Beetle is the new DCU. He did say that Blue Beetle's in the DCU. The Flash ain't coming back, man. I promise you he ain't. Let me see. Kevin, what up? Fatal J off the Pookie. Might be good for clicks, though. Yes, sir. Mike has bad knees. Let's see what Mike. It was a good action movie, but it wasn't Superman. I don't know what you're talking about. Man of Steel? I hope you ain't talking about Man of Steel. What up, C4C? Glad you here, buddy. We about to end it out, though. Sorry about that. Superman game will be better. Thank y'all for coming out to the Fatal J Show. More live streams will be coming. More videos will be coming. More shorts will be coming. Seems like y'all like my shorts more than y'all like my long form stuff. So you guys, if y'all want to see more long form stuff, start watching the stuff, man. C4C said Gunn need to stop talking. Yeah, he needs to stop talking and start working. My boy Earth said it was obviously to sell tickets. So it's lying, but for business, is that morally bad? Man, look here. If you was in this Hollywood business, you would see some cutthroat stuff, man. That's all they do. James Gunn going to be online arguing with fans about his own movie after Superman Legacy come out. He probably will. He probably will. He need to be quiet and get offline, man, and just start working. You guys, thank y'all so much for coming to the Fatal J Show. Make sure to rewatch this stream. Smash the like button. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm out of here. Yeah.